Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going today? I guess this is the second ZD racing video that I've done today. This particular one is 1/10 scale desert buggy, I guess you can call it. It is their DBX-10. This is the buggy right over here. Obviously, the box is a little bigger. It's called the Rocket, as you can see, the DBX-10. Desert buggy, 2.4 gigahertz, fast and furious, 1/10 scale RTR, electric. This is the brushed edition, four-wheel drive, and of course 2.4 gigahertz. Box is quite nice. Obviously, if you're spending a bit more money on the car, you're gonna get a nicer box. Obviously, as you can see, I chose this one right down here, the red brushed version. These are the all the other versions here, the brushless versions, and of course the brush ones are down here, red and orange. All right, so that's the box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start opening it up. Hopefully I won't make too much of a mess here. Okay, of course we have our 1/10 scale owner's manual with how to how the steering works, and if there's parts and all that need replacing, it's all here. Okay, so these are the wheels. It comes obviously separately because it's quite a big box. So here's the wheels that it comes with. Okay. They're standard ZD Racing brushed transmitter. It's a little bit different than the MT16 that I reviewed earlier today, because this is the brushed version, of course, so they give you the brushed transmitter. Okay, pretty straightforward. Steering trim, that's your speed switch, steering forward or reverse, and the on-off switch is right over here. So it's a more basic version of the other one, but it still does the job. Okay. And we got two more tires over here to complete the package. In this tiny box, we have the charging system with a whole bunch of, let's see actually what they give us. So there's a EU plug, so I won't be using that one. A metal wrench, which is nice. And the US plug charging system, thank goodness. With the Dean's connector on the other end, and it plugs right into any standard US plug, which is nice. So I'll be using obviously this one. And they have a small Allen key. So that comes in a little goodie box that they included. Yeah, this EU one I won't be using anyway, so get rid of that. Put that away. Okay, so here's the buggy. Let me take all the plastic off so you guys can get a closer look at it. It looks really nice at first glance. Got some weight to it too, so geez. Okay then. I haven't reviewed a big one like this in a while. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off all the stuff here. The packaging. Wow, that is nice. Look at this, guys. Alright. Like I said, this is the brushed edition of the DBX-10, but it's easily upgradable, as you'll soon see. I got these trick oil-filled shocks. Very cool. I'm not sure if this system actually works. Probably not. But it's got these. I guess they're supposed. I guess air reservoirs or oil reservoirs. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be, but it does look pretty cool. Got the simulated fans in the back. Spare tire goes up here. It's awesome shocks. I said that even in my previous video. ZD does a really good job with their shocks, and these are obviously no exception. Nice and damped. Similar setup to the buggies, the 1/10 buggies. Plastic, obviously, in some areas, but of course the dog bones up front. Let me just double check. Actually, there are CVDs up front, and a dog bone setup in the rear. Of course, all metal. And of course we got our metal shock towers Maybe I can swing this up and see if I can look at it on the inside. Very interesting to see. Okay, let's put these over here. Alright, so it's got the simulated exhaust on the side. It's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of those old Corvettes from the 60s. But anyway, so let me try to pull this thing up. Alright, so wow, this is tall. Okay. So, as you can see, guys, we have a 540 size brushless motor. It's labeled ZD. They're 40 amp brushed ESC. A 3-wire servo. Very nice. So like this, if I do convert this to brushless, that's going to be one less thing that I'm going to have to do. Yeah, it's definitely a brushed ESC here, but still, it's nice that I won't have to change the steering servo. That's nice. One less thing I got to worry about. And of course, here's the power switch. It's sort of connected right over here. Zip tied down to the upper brace. And of course, the JST plug, which is plugged in here, which controls, of course, the lights up front. You got a fog light here and a fog light there, or a headlight. I'm not sure we got a back, but anyway, yeah. And we, of course, we have the light bar up here too. That's an LED light bar. So, and everything's obviously plugged into the ESC right over here. I'm not sure if you can see it closer, but yeah, as you can see, it says a 40 amp. Okay, so not sure if it can handle 3S. I'm not sure if I would want to try, but especially on a brushed setup. We have a, wow, looks like it's nickel metal hydrate. Wow, that's old school. They have a nickel metal hydrate battery here with a Dean's connector, of course. Of course, that would plug into the Dean's connector over here from the ESC. So I'm guessing it's probably 7.2 volts. So yeah, definitely old school when it comes to this. But again, they're trying to save because this is the brushed model. So yeah, I'm thinking if you just easily convert this to brushless, swap out this motor, everything's very accessible, especially with the top up. See, here's where the motor's connected to the mount. Pinions right there. I don't believe ZD glues their pinions, so you should be good for a pretty decent brushless conversion. A couple screws, pops that off, in goes the brushless motor. You're off to the races. You know, you can move the ESC up here, or maybe get like a more compact, say 120 amp ESC. Maybe throw in a 3660 in here if you want to go brushless. This thing will just fly. It's got the metal innards to handle it. I mean, you know, 3S is probably the most I'd go on this thing. 4S, I wouldn't go 4S. Again, it's these diffs, these ZD diffs. It's especially in the 110 scale. I still wouldn't. I don't know. 3S is the most I do. For speed runs, bashing, definitely stick to 2S. So in terms of the your KV, if you do go brushless, I wouldn't go higher than 4,500. Just so you like this, you reach that 50,000 RPM limit on 3S anymore, and you'll just fry the diffs. The rear one for sure. The front one maybe not so much. But anyway, yeah, sending all that power in the back, all the weight transfer, of course. So yeah, I'd definitely be careful on that. So anyways, so guys, this is the, again, DBX-10 desert buggy. It really looks good. I really like the body design, the paint, everything looks really spot on. Chassis is plastic, of course. The brushless models comes with aluminum, which adds more weight. This is already heavy enough. So with the brushless motor, this should shine. And of course, like I said, we got exhausts on both sides. Pretty cool feature. Anyways, guys, again, ZD Racing, what do you think? I personally like it. Comments below if you wish to do so. And if you got any questions about this particular RC or any of the ones in my fleet, please by all means, like I said, leave a comment below and I'll answer any questions that you guys may have. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It'll definitely help me out. And that's about it, guys. All right, have a good weekend. Ciao.